Panama connects Central and South America, bridging the two Americas and bringing together two continents, forming what we know as Latin America. We visited Portobello, an old fort located on the Caribbean, and also the famous Panama Canal, where we learned about the importance of the canal on the Panamanian economy and also on the world.
The Spanish named their second stronghold Portobello. Gold trade fairs attracted noblemen from the far reaches of Europe throughout the 17th and 18th centuries. So much gold was piled high in the customs house, it sometimes took weeks to move the riches to waiting ships. Pirates flocked to Portobello to pillage and loot. Welsh and English sea bandits Henry Morgan, William Parker, and Edward Vernon almost completely destroyed the fortified town. For 250 years, pirates tormented the Spanish. Portobello has also been designated a World Heritage Site. It offers a fascinating historical tour for the whole family. You can explore the preserved stone walls of the 5 fortifications, once a backdrop to battles between pirates and Spanish military.
The Gatun Dam is a key element in the canal design. It not only allows ships to sail across most of the isthmus, it provides hydroelectric power for the canal zone, including the electrical mechanism of the canal locks.
The Panama Canal Expansion Project is a mega project that will add a third set of locks to the Panama Canal. This will be the greatest expansion at any one time since the canal's construction in 1914. Based on the Panama Canal Authority's projections, cargo volume transiting the canal will grow at 3% per year, doubling 2005's tonnage by the year 2025. The ability of the canal to hold larger, more efficient vessels is a necessity. These vessels will allow the transit of higher cargo volumes with relatively fewer transits and less water use. The project will create a new traffic lane along the canal, which includes the following components. Construction of 2 lock complexes, one on each the Atlantic and the Pacific side, each containing 3 chambers. Excavation of new access channels to the new locks as well as widening of existing channels, and finally deepening of the existing channels as well as an increase in the elevation of Lake Gatun's maximum operating level.
Reverse! Reverse!
One day you will have to answer to the children at the sky.
4 million years ago, the Galapagos was nothing but volcano lumps in the middle of the Pacific, and now the islands have a vast array of plants and animals. Somehow these species have made their way from South America. In 1835, Charles Darwin landed in the Galapagos. No other place would prove to be as fertile for his work as the Galapagos, as the creatures of the Galapagos became the cornerstone of his theory of evolution by natural selection. Wildlife is still the main reason that people are attracted to these islands. The islands are basically a natural zoo where the animals roam free and are fearless of man. Different animals include the stork, the Sally Lightfoot crab, the land tortoise, the marine iguana, the finch, the sea lion, and the pelican.
Everybody knows this right here. Your mother, your father, your sister, your brother. Take it back there. Take it back. Take it back there. Take it back there. Cubano. Puerto Ricano. Dominicano.
The sea lions are related to the California species. They are clumsy on land but agile in the water. They will swim about snorkelers and tease them, even staring into your goggles and pretending to charge you before turning away. The land tortoise is the most famous of the Galapagos reptiles. There were once 14 species of giant tortoises, each distinguished by shell shape. but 3 have now become extinct. They can weigh up to 550 pounds and have 2 distinct shell shapes, a dome-shaped type and one that resembles a horse's saddle. Saving these creatures has been a major task of the Darwin Research Station, and while they have successfully breeded many tortoises, the population is still at risk. Lonesome George is the only survivor of a subspecies with no mate to carry out the line.
Imagine if we just saw them do it.
Scientists have used different systems, like to see him in front of TV with a special program, you know, a movie.
I think he's afraid of commitment.
I'm really nervous.
Gotta get him some turtle Viagra.
The marine iguana is often found sunning themselves on cliffs and shorelines. These creatures have adapted themselves to the ocean to feed on seaweed, often diving to 12-meter depths. Darwin described their dragon-like appearance by calling them imps of darkness. Rarer to spot, the land iguana is yellow in color and often larger than the marine iguanas. They are one of the species that was hardest hit by the animal introduced by man. 13 different species of the finch have evolved from a single ancestral group, and it was this that led Darwin to his contention that species could evolve over time, with those most suited for their natural environment surviving and passing on their characteristics to the next generation. The most notable difference of the finches is the size and shapes of their beaks.
A prospering business located in Ecuador is the $345 million flower industry. 70% of the industry is directed towards the U.S. and has transformed communities across the Cayambe Valley, which is located in the Andes about 30 miles north of the capital Quito. Today, the Cayambe Valley is one of the few regions in Ecuador that attracts residents, with thousands of direct and indirect jobs created by roses.
With this way, we push the variety to be bigger size scale. Taller. And also with this variety, this is a net with special filters that protect the rosa from the light, the ultraviolet light, and that makes the flower grow with different colors and also increase the size.
Nearly 70,000 direct jobs and 35,000 indirect jobs were reported in 2007. And over 400,000 Ecuadorians depend on the flowers, including family members. The world flower production of year-round crops moves to the high-altitude tropics, where there is better quality, lower total energy usage, and good labor costs. Also, in relation to the climate, Quito has a 24-hour average temperature from the coldest month to the warmest month, which varies by 1 degree Fahrenheit. This is important for the flowers to grow so that they can get the best produced roses as possible.